Vítáme vás u dalšího dílu pořadu Svět očima Raptora. Británie zahajuje pobrexitové kontroly potravin a rostlin z Evropské unie. Stávka palubního personálu společnosti Lufthansa se může dotknout až 120 tisíc cestujících. Podle předsedy výkonné rady Olivera Blumeho je německý automobilový gigant Porsche odhodlán prosazovat svou strategii elektromobility. Celkově se čísla čínského obchodu v loňském roce meziročně zvýšila o 0,2%, dovoz se mírně snížil o 0,3%, vývoz vzrostl o 0,6%. Maďarští úředníci, podnikatelé a cestující vítají bezvízový styk s Čínou. Charitativní organizace zabývající se chovem domácích mazlíčků v Británii uvádějí, že v důsledku krize zaznamenávají rekordní počet opuštěných zvířat. Mnoho majitelů domácích mazlíčků již jednoduše nejsou schopni se o své milované společníky finančně postarat. Více než 4 roky po Brexitu se Británie chystá zavést fyzické kontroly potravin a rostlin pocházejících z Evropské unie.
The process of growing the famous Dutch tulips is long and slow, but once they've been picked, the clock starts ticking.
What we pick today, we bunch today, and it's sold tomorrow morning. So within 24 hours, they're on their way. And that is, we need speed. We work with a fresh product, and the people who have the florist shops all around the world, they want them as fast as possible.
Long-delayed Brexit rules could slow that process down. New paperwork requirements have already come into effect, and from April, physical checks will begin at ports of entry for some plant and animal products. The world's largest flower auction isn't short of buyers. Trade groups say smaller exporters could decide the UK isn't worth the hassle. Not all types of flowers will need to be checked at the British border, but the ones that do are present in around 85% of shipments, slowing down the entire delivery.
The 30th of April is in the midst of planting season, and therefore on our peak days, massive volumes land at just a selective number of border control posts, and we've therefore a big reason to doubt whether the capacity is up to dealing with that. Furthermore, are we worried about the cost? We haven't got a clue about the cost structure or the actual cost. Whom is going to pay for it, how it's going to be presented, and what the costs are going to be.
The British government has already delayed the checks 5 times and says it won't do so again. It argues they're needed to protect biosecurity and to create a level playing field. But the process will increase costs, and that won't smell so sweet to the British consumer.
Stávka palubního personálu společnosti Lufthansa se může dotknout až 120 tisíc cestujících.
Ist er fertig mit Aufnehmen?
Podle předsedy výkonné rady Olivera Blumeho je německý automobilový gigant Porsche odhodlán prosazovat svou strategii elektromobility, protože chce pokračovat ve svých ambiciózních plánech na dosažení uhlíkové neutrality.
Our strategy is clear. Electromobility is the future. It fits perfectly to our brands in terms of acceleration and driving dynamics we can offer with electromobility. China is a challenging market. It's driving with full speed to technology, innovations and digitalization. We think that we are well positioned for future, especially with the new products we will bring to the market and the fantastic product mix we do have, the offerings in between ICE, plug-in hybrids and BEVs, which matches perfectly to the market in China. I think competition is always positive. It drives you being better, being faster, being more innovative, and at the end, it's for the customers. And so I think the best way to tackle competition is being better. And in our situation as Porsche, we are well positioned in our segments. And so I don't fear competition, and we will face them, and especially with our product offensive we are bringing to the market this year, I see Porsche well prepared. Yeah, we have a very ambitious target, being net carbon neutral already by 2030. We have a very clear plan through the whole value chain, starting in engineering, then the energy used for our materials, recycling play a big role, then the whole supply chain. We are driving already our production plants in Zuffenhausen and Leipzig, for example, balance sheet carbon neutral. And bringing all these new electric cars to the market play a big role, but also caring to producing new renewable energy sources, where we will invest together with partners, play a role. And so we have a yearly plan, and still sticking to our very ambitious target by the end of the decade.
Celkově se čísla čínského obchodu v loňském roce meziročně zvýšila o 0,2%, dovoz se mírně snížil o 0,3%, vývoz vzrostl o 0,6%.
China's trade numbers last year overall was 0.2% up increase year on year. Import was slightly down 0.3%, export 0.6% up. So against the 5% drop globally, how do you comment on China's trade performance?
Looking only at the numbers of Chinese trade performance, it doesn't tell the whole story. When China joined the WTO, was a producer of products and exporter of products that had low value added. Like textiles, for example. China has evolved quite significantly. I think China now in the digital space, for example, in services, in artificial intelligence. So China is moving up in terms of value added, and that I think is much more important than the numbers, is the quality of the trade, the quality of the economy, what kind of products, what kind of technologies, which spaces is China now participating. I would say, rather than focusing on the values and the numbers, that is important, of course, you know, to take a look at, but that's not the only indicator. There is much more that would be relevant in indicating how healthy the Chinese economy is.
Maďarští podnikatelé a cestovatelé přivítali bezvízovou politiku Číny pro Maďarsko. Nová politika usnadní cestování a zlepší přátelství mezi oběma zeměmi na vyšší úroveň.
We sincerely hope that the Chinese government's new decision to have a visa waiver for Hungarian citizens will improve even on a further level and even on a higher level our friendship between the two nations and the two countries, not only because Hungary, I suppose, will receive more customers and more tourists from China, but I am absolutely confident and sure that more Hungarian tourists will select China as a location, and many Hungarian visitors will explore the beauty and the magnificent locations all throughout China. So I am really confident and positive that in the coming months the number of Hungarian visitors will increase on the Chinese market.
We are absolutely happy with it, and because it's a very important milestone from our point of view, and I think from the point of view the whole Hungarian tourism industry. So we will build it into our marketing activity, because it's a very important information.
I think it will be a very big hub for people either go for a business way to explore other opportunities, and also for people who just want to see China. So I think it will help with the cultural differences a lot. It will also help on a business way, like business cooperations, more opportunities. And right now, as you know, Hungary and China has a very good relationship. So I think it will be expand even further.
I was very happy because I was already planning to travel to Beijing, to travel there, to have some business, to look around the city. So it was already in my mind to go there, and it's fantastic that we don't need to do that much paperwork now. Probably I will travel in May, and around 1 or 2 weeks I think I will stay there. So this time, the 14 days is perfect for me. It's like, probably it's made for me.
Charitativní organizace zabývající se chovem domácích mazlíčků v Británii uvádějí, že v důsledku krize životních nákladů zaznamenávají rekordní počet opuštěných zvířat. Mnozí majitelé mazlíčků již jednoduše nejsou schopni se o své milované společníky finančně postarat.
So this is Sparky. He's one of our older residents. Do you want me to go in with her and crouch down with him? In September, our waiting list reached over 100 cats in our local area needing spaces. So that's really where we are seeing the pressure and the impact of what cost of living is having on cat owners in the UK. Cats Protection actually have a programme called Community Kitty, and that's where we take in donations of food and litter and other cat care items and distribute them across food banks in the UK.
Yeah, we'll come up for a couple. Don't go up to... Telling me that people have crocodiles.
Yeah. So this is Sebastian, he's a young green iguana. So he comes from a tropical country, so he needs high temperatures. He also needs very specialist lighting in terms of which provides ultraviolet. So that's quite expensive to run. So we've seen this massive increase in utility costs. So people are really struggling to pay the bills.
See you later. Yeah, basically.
They don't actually want to surrender their pets, and you know it's very difficult on the staff here because there's tears every day. You know, these are people who absolutely love the animal. They do not want to part with it. They physically just can't afford to keep it. Okay, so these are baby ones. They are the second largest tortoise in the world, which is why you asked us to rehome these animals.
And how did he feel when he brought him and up?
Děkujeme, že jste sledovali náš pořad. Nashledanou u dalšího dílu pořadu Svět okem Raptora.